Okay, hi again. This is the next part, second part, I believe it is, of the tutorial that I'm doing for the casual Sims 3 player to give tips and tricks on how to make the game experience a little bit easier. And, nothing I'm saying cannot be found on the internet. Everything that I am saying, you'll be able to see it in another format, but some people aren't big readers, or maybe they're not understanding it. I know sometimes when I'm reading something, I have to find the YouTube video on it or something. So hopefully this will help someone out. So what we're going to be talking about is build mode when you first get on a lot and the cheat code testing cheats enabled. Now, in order to put in cheat codes, which you can find lists of them all over the place on the internet, you go ahead and you put in a Control Shift, press those at the same time, and as you're pressing them, press C, and it's going to open up this screen up here at the top. And so what you do is you can go ahead and do testing cheats enabled on, and I'm going to be showing you what that can do here in a second as far as your character goes. Now, always open that Control Shift, hold everything down at the same time, and C at the same time. Now, say like you aren't really wanting to play the game for like, okay, they're getting a job, they're making money, they're making ends meet, stuff like that. You just want money right away. There are two cheat codes. First and foremost, there is the one that gives you 1,000 simoleons, which is kaching. So simple as that. K-A-C-H-I-N-G, kaching, and then you hit enter. And instead of having 13,000 and some simoleons, now I have 14,000 and some simoleons. Then you can do the big one, which is motherlode. Make sure you spell load, L-O-D-E, all one word, and hit enter, and that gives you 50,000 simoleons. So it gives you a lot to work with, and you can put that in as many times as you want. But you have to do it each time. Now, see, that's what you'll get if you put it in wrong. It will tell you, oh, you misspelled it, and boom. Okay, so the other thing that I wanted to kind of point out to you guys is this down here. It looks like it's a architectural compass, or if you want to be really literal, because it's kind of a silly drawing, they look almost like pliers to me. If you go ahead and hover over it, it says blueprints, and when you select it, it actually has pre-built rooms for certain prices. So what you can do, if I like miscellaneous because it gives you hallways and studios and stuff, and my favorite part is the foyer. When you select it, you get first a blueprint looking thing. And you can go ahead and don't worry if it's got something in it that you don't think you're going to want, because you can delete it as soon as you place it, whatever you don't want. So you've got this, and it's facing a direction I'm sure you would not want it to unless you want to build the house sideways. I want it facing forward, so I'm going to use the greater than or lesser than sign keys to turn that thing around in circles until I get it the way I want. And then you go ahead and left click on your mouse and boom, placed it. Go up here to preview blueprints, and there you go, so you can see what it is, what it's going to look like and everything. If you like it, you hit accept, and you can change everything about it because now it's a room. Okay? Now, say like you want to go ahead, I want to, let's add a dining room. No, yes, dining room. And we'll make it an 8x8 dining room. Sorry if I sound a little bit out of breath, it's because I've got allergies. And, okay, so, kind of an oddly shaped one. I want to go ahead and put it right behind here, but of course you have those three arches there. You notice though, when I put it up to it, it won't conflict. The way that it works is that any archways, windows, and doors, they should automatically adjust to the most reasonable design. Sometimes that doesn't always work, but it usually does. So when you go ahead and do the preview, it defaulted to those three, which I wanted to do. If there were windows, but there were no other entry points, it would actually erase those windows and just put the archways. It doesn't double charge you, it actually erases the charges for whatever archways or doors or windows it's deleting off. And accept, and now you've got a dining room. And pretty much that's what you can do for the full thing. And of course, if you run out of money and you're doing this based off of cheats, you can just go Control-Shift-C and put in whatever you're wanting to do. Control-Shift-C kaching, or Control-Shift-C Motherlode, L-O-D-E. So really, really simple stuff. And what's really nice is, if you're ever noticing, a lot of people, the reason I do this is because I know people who play The Sims and they are kind of scared of breaking the game. That's why they don't go exploring or anything. And down here is the day-night tool toggle, and I wanted to cover that really quick. This is so it helps you know where you should put your lights and your windows. So right now we can see in the daytime everything is really well lit. If you press this, it'll turn everything to nighttime while you're in the by build mode. So that way, if you find a dark area, say like this wasn't there, you'd be able to see, oh, it needs light. Okay, so that is pretty much all I have to say about this. When we get ready for the next one, hopefully in a week or so, I'm going to teach you a little bit more about testing cheats enabled, such as, she just got some advantage there, such as what you can do here when you shift click things and the different controls that testing cheats enables allows you to have. So we'll go ahead and leave it there, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye, guys.